because apparently my program just decided to crap itself. We'll see if it actually stays up for longer than 10 seconds this time. Alright, let's try this one more time. So, just catch you up a little bit. We're going to be starting a new series, hopefully. I'm going to be working around the gameplay side of it because game calling can get kind of long in the tooth, and since I don't do a whole lot of editing because, well, I'm not familiar with editing, so I'm not really good at it yet, so I just kind of play what I record. We'll have to kind of play around with it and see, because games can get kind of long when you're calling plays. But today what we're going to do is we're going to have a team picked out, and I think I've been working on looking at teams, and what I generally like to look at is I like to look at the roster talent, whether basically how strong or weak it is. I like to get weak rosters and go from there. And so I've been flipping through for a little bit, and at first, just to kind of show you my thought process, I generally look for weak or very weak roster talent for teams. And I try to combine that with a good GM, because in this game, in Head Coach 09, by the way, if you're not familiar with the game, in my personal opinion, even with all the bugs and issues it has with AI, which can be kind of a pain in the butt to slide her around, as far as the franchise experience, as what you do in franchise, RFAs, UFAs, all that stuff, draft, every little nuance of roster management, this is probably the best thing that EA's ever put out, and they put it out in 2008. Just now, it is a niche game. I'm not going to even deny that. If you're coming on here as a Madden guy and you're like, oh wait, man, what a different football game? It's not Madden. It is not Madden. It uses Madden's engine for in-game play, but you have zero user control. You basically call the plays. The players either know them or don't. They execute them or don't. And you have little to no impact other than maybe being able to swap sides of a run or a pass, like flip plays on offense and defense. You have very limited. You can't call any hot routes, no audibles. You can't make up your own plays on the fly, except with create a play, which I'll point out later on. So it definitely takes the user element out of it and basically puts it in your hands of, here's the clipboard, you just outcoach the other guy, which I really, really dig. I really love that aspect of it. So, but getting back to team choice, flipping around here, I'm looking for a weak roster with weak or very weak with a solid GM, because in this game I will say GMs are one of the harder, probably the second hardest guy to level up outside of the trainer, because essentially the GM only really levels up during the offseason whenever you do stuff with them. Generally speaking, like your offensive, defensive coordinators, your position coaches, they get a ton of experience during the season because obviously they're coaching players, they're getting things out of certain positions and players and things of that nature. But with the GM, again, they only gain experience during the offseason, so it becomes a bit of a bear to try and get these guys leveled up. So getting one that's got some levels behind them, a decent skill, is a nice starting point, especially when you come in as a brand new coach, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be taking a previous coach because you're going to start off with 13 skill. That's going to be your skill level. So I'm going to be fighting tooth and nail to build myself up. So it's going to be a tough slog. I might be able to squeak 14 skill out of it, but usually I end up at 13. So I would like some good coordinators, but that's not a necessity. The GM is a must because roster building, I need help roster building, basically. So flipping through, again, we're not going to go, remember when the Browns were good? Well, before this recent resurgence, remember when the Browns were good? 10-6. Romeo Crennel was the head coach. Broncos, no. Okay, the Bills are a very weak team, but their GM is low, so that's not really where I want to go for a destination. Strong, average, weak. Tennessee Titans with Vince Young at the helm. Defensive coordinator's good. Offensive coordinator's okay. GM is, I'd rather have the better GM. Average, strong, average. See, the problem is most of these teams that have weak rosters also have a weak GM. Now the Saints are listed as a weak, and I would know that team pretty well. I'm a fan of that team, and this is the 2 years before they win the Super Bowl, because they won it in 09. This will be recreating the 08 season, so it'll be 08 and then the 09. At the end of the 09 season, they win the Super Bowl, so they're 2 years out from it. I could get this team. I know this team well, but I don't know. Do I want the Saints? I could go with the Saints. I know the Saints. That's actually, I hadn't thought about the Saints. I forgot they had weak roster talent. Saints had a decent season in 2007 after a great resurgence the year before. Biggest problem you face is on defense. What else is new? Actually, that's flipped now in 2021. Now the offense needs work. Upgrade the secondary and the linebackers to stay around. Yeah, okay. I might come back to that. Offensive and defensive coordinators aren't great. But again, that's something I can work around. And they might be good enough to at least get me by year one. You know what? I usually never do this. I'm going to take the Saints. I think I'm going to just go Saints. I was thinking, honestly, about the Kansas City Chiefs. But I'm going to go with the Saints. So let's get the name inputted in. Okay. Bob. Winuvas. Past it. Come on, seriously? Let's go. Winuvas. And make me, I believe Coach 27 is my usual go-to guy. That him? Yep. No? Wait. That's him, 28. Yeah, 28 is my go-to guy. Another nice thing, let me just backtrack real quick. In Madden, they basically have about, I don't know, maybe 12 different faces right now in Madden 21. You see I'm already at 28. There's 28 different, tweaks to this formula. But let me just backtrack to the back end. Come on. Come on, poor game. PS3 load times, baby. 165 different faces. Wouldn't that be nice in Madden? So I'm going to go with Coach 28, though, because that's typically the coach picture I like. It doesn't really look like me at all. It's just, I'm like, okay, whatever. It actually, to me, looks like Coach Orgeron in LSU, actually, when I look at it now. Alright, so now you get to choose your personality type, and your personality type dictates how well you interact with other players. So let's see. What do we want to be? A commander. Driven individual, team-oriented, dependable, willing to take charge. That seems kind of basic. Highly ambitious perfectionist that knows he's one of the best and lets everyone else know it too. Well-rounded individual that doesn't need to be the center of attention but loves to compete. Definitive team player that enjoys structure and trusts the decisions of his no. Guru, a humble conservative person who doesn't say much but commands attention when he does. No. Ambitious yet solitary person that enjoys change and will listen to anyone if the price is right. That sounds like a mercenary. Conservative team player is uncompromising in his beliefs but willing to listen and cooperate. That actually sounds like what I would be. Let's keep going though. Promoter. So you can see all the different personalities that are in here. And I'm only halfway through the board here. But Ambassador probably looks pretty good. Captain. Analyst. Optimist, stoic, virtuoso, a talented and dramatic person who makes the most difficult tasks seem like a walk in the park. Anchor, Titan, ally. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with we'll go with ambassador. We'll go with ambassador. All right, so now we get to go. I'll look. I don't think I'm gonna get any special skills. I will look though. I usually don't get ambition. Ambition at the start is really expensive and eats into your cost of other stuff. But it might not be a bad pickup because usually what I like to get, especially for the head coach, if I can find it. Let's see, where is it at? Is it down here? Yeah. I like to get these off-season seminars and regular season seminars to help with playbook knowledge because I do use a different playbook. So that way my players have to learn the entire playbook. So that's going to be that's going to be a stretch. I probably will use the same offensive playbook though, because their playbook, Sean Payton's playbook, is going to be pretty good. But defense is definitely going to change. Defense is not going to be the same. So what I might do, I think I am going to take ambition to make, basically that makes everything else down here cheaper. So everything was 5,000, now it's 4,250. But it does eat 20,000 skill points. So now we flip over to skills, and you can see these are the base 4. These are the 4 I like to focus on, mainly because these here tailor to certain positions, and I feel like I'm hoping my position coaches will be good enough to kind of fill that in. Plus, if I leave them as a blank slate, if I do have weaknesses, these are fairly easy to build up. They're only 2,000 points to go from level 1 to level 2, and I start level 1 in everything. So essentially, I can do very little across the board. But if I find a weakness in like a position coach, maybe a position coach we have is never going to be good at any like teaching any of the position group, and keeping him around for a year, I'd have to. So maybe getting early points, I can dump them into areas to help that particular position group. I got to look at my staff once I get hired on. The main thing I like to focus on, the first thing I like to grab is performance. It's the most expensive of what I call the base 4. You got team chemistry, you got play calling, you got strategy, and you got performance. Performance is the big one, especially for the head coach, because it improves success rates of all players that report to this coach. Well, I'm the head coach. Everybody reports to me. So me having performance skill of, say, level 3 means that everybody checks in at level 3 for me, which means that that'll help our team overall, especially if we're weak coming out of the gate, especially on defense. Strategy, play call, team chemistry. I'm probably going to take a little bit of team chemistry as well. And note that these are a little bit cheaper to take. I'm also going to take a bit of play call. And I'm going to take 1 in strategy. That leaves me with 9,000 points. Now, I know my defense isn't great. Do I want to help? See, I don't know who my... Now, I could save these points. I think. Ooh, I don't know if I can save these points. Can I save them? I should be able to. I might save them. Yeah, I think I might save them real quick. Yeah, I think I might save them to see where my weaknesses are and see if I can flesh out some weaknesses like going in, because I can always spend the XP whenever I get in there. So I'm going to go in with an overall skill of 10. It'll get better though, because I will spend points once I see what I need. Alright, so Peyton's playbook on offense is strong. 120 plays. You can have 200 in the playbook. Saints basic. Basic D, very weak. Okay, so we're going to change the Saints defensive playbook. I know I've got a creative playbook in here. I got blitz heavy. And I got hybrid. I don't know if I want to do hybrid. Hybrid is basically going to be what, as it sounds, it's going to be a combination of 3-4 and 4-3 plays. You can create your playbooks in Head Coach 09 outside of the game. These are some that I've created already a long time ago that I had saved on there. I don't remember what blitz heavy was. I don't remember if it was a 3-4 or a 4-3 or both. It might be both. I might just stick to using another playbook. Joe Barry, I don't want cover 2. Cover 2 is so outdated. 4-2-5. That would put me even up with current tactics. A lot of teams play nickel now. Weak, average, and you can use any playbook, including other teams' playbooks. So, like, this is the Steelers' playbook, LeBeau Zone Blitz. This is when Dick LeBeau was hot stuff. This is our playbook. It's garbage. We're not using it. So let's see. What is this? Rex Ryan? I don't want a 46. Might go blitz heavy, or do I want to go hybrid and try and change up some stuff? That might be different. 106 plays though in the defensive playbook. That's a lot of plays, because most defensive playbooks don't have about 80. So what's the biggest playbook actually, other than that one? Yeah, but I think both of my playbooks are actually bigger in count than... oh, no, Rex Ryan 46 has 100 plays in it. Okay, so that... And mine was, what, 100 and... Did I already flip through? 106. I'll use the hybrid. I'll throw the hybrid out there. That'll be fun. But my defense is going to really, really suck. So that's even worse for my team. But we're going to go off season. Which means we will do everything. So we're going to know our offense is going to know the offensive playbook. Because I'm not changing that. Peyton's spread attack. And I can always add to it and tinker with it. So yeah, so our defense is, I need to focus on defense. I need to focus on helping the defense. I'm hoping my offensive guys can get the job done. So, all right. Game changers, unexpected events that every NFL coach has to deal with. Development breakthrough. Player status, yep. So, get this bad boy loaded up. And this is your typical screen. You can see Saints headquarters, big, bright, and bold. See the now Mercedes-Benz Superdome, then just the Superdome back in the background. 68 approval. If you get low enough approval there in the bottom right-hand corner, if your approval goes down enough, you will get fired. So this is not a game that you take lightly, the approval rating. Let's see, what do we got? Tutorial on the clipboard. This just shows you how everything operates. So essentially, as tasks come up, they'll pop up on that clipboard, and it'll be on a timer. You have until the timer expires to execute on it. Some things, like if you look on that example one, it's got a trade negotiation. You can choose to interact with it or not, but the ones that have like the caution symbol, the warning symbol by it, those are basically high alert. You need to be paying attention to those. So we'll just exit out of this because that's pretty standard. Now I've got it on normal speed right now because I want to get through some of this. Okay, so 2008, cast your mind back. This was the draft that had Jake Long, Matt Ryan, Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Ray Rice, Jonathan Stewart. Yeah, there's all kinds of. If you have a good memory, these are some guys that are going to be callbacks. Vernon Golston, what a bust he was. Oakham and Balmer, Kentwan Balmer. A lot of these guys obviously no longer in the NFL because, I mean, it's been a while, but Leotis McKelvin, Jonathan Zenon, wow, he was a sleeper in this one. Craig Stelz, yeah, he was a bum. Simeon Castile. So this is just giving you a primer, and I like this because every year it does this when it comes up with the draft preview. It gives you strength at a position, and then it gives you a sleeper player and an overrated player. Now, the overrated players might not actually be overrated, and the sleeper players might not be sleepers, but these are guys that are just in the lower ends of the draft, basically from about round 3 on, that are guys that could be quality players. So they're saying Josh Johnson is a quality player at quarterback. Later on, Ray Rice. Donnie Avery? Was that what his name was? Yeah, he was a speed demon out of Houston. I remember him. Jermichael Finley is the sleeper here. Wow. Don't know who W. Adams is, sadly. Chris Williams out of Vanderbilt had a decent career, but not great. Tony Bakke, the most overrated sleeper ever. Don't even know who that is. Let's back out of this. And it gives you a star rating to let you know how strong the class is, so you can kind of delegate your resources accordingly. But this is the way every offseason works in this game, so I figured go through the offseason process and be a live stream just to kind of give you an idea. And then it tells you important dates, when the offseason begins, when combine scouting hits, the franchise tag deadline, RFAs, RFA tenders. Yeah, RFAs are in this game. Free agency. I like the way they do free agency, but it's clearly something that wouldn't work in a multi-user franchise experience. So I can understand why that kind of stuff didn't go over, but I really like how it works in a single-player setting. Pro days. I hope they add this to scouting eventually. RFA right off your refusal deadline. So basically, once an RFA gets signed by another team, you can either match it or refuse it so you can get draft pick compensation. NFL draft, start of training camp, preseason, regular season, trade deadline, senior all-star game scouting. Yeah, the Senior Bowl. It's not called the Senior Bowl, but it's close enough. Super Bowl, Pro Bowl. Back when the Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowl. Man. Way old times. Team philosophy. Okay, this is the fun part. Okay, so Now I'm going into my area as far as talking to my owner, whose name is Jefferson Boudreaux, the most coon-ass sounding name they could possibly come up with. Obviously, at this point, it was Tom Benson was the owner. So position hire coaches. So basically what I can do when I'm hiring different positions, I can decide how much control I want to give up to them, because when you hire new personnel, to get them, instead of paying a contract out, what you do to entice them is you give them certain elements of control, which essentially means that if I go to, say, like quarterback here, let's say I sign a quarterback coach, and basically he wants to use his own philosophy. He wants to use all this stuff. Like, basically all this stuff is stuff he wants control over. If I let him have control over it, when I come to here, there'll be lock icons on this, which means I can't change it. Which means that basically whatever that position coach or that coordinator wants, I am locked to now, because I gave him that control as part of hiring him on. So it's a nice give and take in the system as far as how much control do I want to give to a coach and lose as a result to get a high quality coach in here. So let me go back to, oh man, where was I? Jeez. I forgot where the start was. See, like right here, this is all locked because this is owner controlled. So essentially this is owner settings. So like Joe Vitt, acquire special skills. Eric Oregon, so my defensive line coach, upgrade primary skill set. So that's basically like what positions they coach. Mikey Lewis, my GM, balanced. Jim Flores, my trainer, balanced. So basically, as they get better, they can choose how they improve. But I still have some control over how they spend points. Was it coach hire? Okay, yeah. So everything is set for some control. The choices here are pretty limited. You got some control, little control, no control, lot of control. I'm going to give up a little. I don't want to give up a ton, but I'm willing to give up a little. Oh, skipped him. And you have it from position coaches, your trainer. Actually, trainer, I'll give up a lot of control for trainer. Hire GM, little control, little control, little control. I don't want to give up a ton to these guys. So let's go trades. Now this is where you can decide how your CPU generates up trades or gets trade negotiations going. So neutral, trade up in the draft, trade down in the draft, or stay put. I like to trade down whenever I can. Future draft picks. Do we overvalue them? Do we undervalue them? Let's go neutral on that. Trading frequency. Heavy trader, light trader. I'll be neutral. Trading philosophy is passive by default. I'm gonna go. Actually, let's go aggressive. Oh, I exited out. Crap. That's okay though, because I can go swap to it if I find where it is. Nope, that's glossary. Whew. Okay, draft board, I'll slow it down a little bit so I can get to where I want to go. Team philosophy. I wasn't done with that. Okay, trade, draft. Draft best available players, biggest team needs, best available players, always best available players, always best available players. Small school focus. Because I know my GM likes small schools, I'll leave that alone. Counter offers philosophy, normal. Franchise tag, heavily used. I prefer $3 million in cap room. Resign based on talent, high approval. Resign based on talent. RFA, normal. GM spending philosophy, we're going to distribute the money evenly. And you can lowball, very flexible. I like to haggle. So we're going to haggle with negotiations. Okay. Career development, that's that. Okay, so offensively, I'm probably going to leave everything locked, but just to show you the different types of players there are, you got pure passer, field general, balanced, mobile speed quarterback, strong arm tools quarterback, and pure passer. And I might tinker with one particular one, the quarterback, just to show you how different it can make your team look based upon viewpoint of how you view a particular player. Quarterback minimum. Oh, 2? Oh, man. I guess that leaves room for other areas, but that's kind of scary. Halfback philosophy. Balanced halfback. Speed halfback. Moves halfback. Well, let's stick with balanced. I want 4 on the roster, though. And then you can change like game health stats. So basically you can set when they auto sub out. So this is like an auto sub setting. And you can also set if they practice with heavy fatigue, because there's fatigue and health ratings on everybody. And you can set whether or not they practice at low health, moderate health, or low or moderate health. So if you want them to stay a little healthier, you can only practice them when they're at moderate health. If you don't care about it, you can go low health. Low health would be something like if you have younger people at the position, you could do lower health. And if you have veterans, you probably want to go moderate health to keep them kind of more fresh for game to game. Fullbacks, remember those guys? They actually had them in the game back in the day. Balanced, ball carrier, blocking, receiving. Did I flip through? Balanced, speed, moves, power, receiving, workhorse. Balanced, strong blocking, tall red zone threat, speed wide receiver, quick route runner, balanced. Back to balance. So I think 5 should be enough. Tight end, balanced tight end, soft hands, routes tight end, blocking tight end. So you can see all the different types of players there are, and each one values a certain skill set just a little bit differently than all the other ones. Obviously, balance kind of goes across the board for things that are important to the tight end position, whereas maybe soft hands and routes maybe views route running and hands more favorably than blocking capability, speed, things of that nature. Whereas blocking would be the exact opposite. Playmaker tight end would be more of a speed, agility, maybe some hands in there, but more of a guy that can get down the field and create separation like most tight ends can nowadays. This was 2008. It was a little early for that. H-back tight end is a guy who can line up in the fullback spot and also come out. If you remember from way back in the day, if you're old enough to remember a guy like Frank Wycheck for the Tennessee Titans, he was an H-back. That's the kind of tight end you're going for. So basically kind of balanced tight end, but more focused a little, basically in between of a playmaker and balanced tight end. That would be what your H-back would be. O-line, you got balanced size, strength, mauler guard, so big, strong guy. Run block specialist guard, pass block specialist guard, zone blocking guard, balanced guard is where we're going to stay. Centers, it's all the same for these for offensive line. 2, 4, we only need 4 tackles. So that is 10 offensive linemen. Run stopper, DT. Okay, this is where I need to change some defense here because remember we have a different defensive playbook. So I'm going to go for blitz heavy. I want one gap penetrator, prototype, balanced, versatile or 3-4 defensive tackle, run stopper, one gap penetrator. I want a push the pocket, push the middle of the pocket type defensive tackles. Defensive end, undersized speed rusher, run stopper, versatile, balanced. Prototype, I don't know if I want prototype. Prototype focuses on the physical attributes. So let's see. Tell you what, I'll take away the camera. Boom, let's see the whole screen now, baby. Alright. Undersized speed rusher. Ooh, don't know about that one. I think I need... Yeah, I think I'm going to go versatile 3-4. Give me a guy that can play inside or play on the edge or inside. So we'll do that. So that way it gives us some big bodies up front that can be a little faster. We'll go 4-4. I don't usually change the practice stuff. Run stopper outside linebacker? Nah, we're going to go... Do we want to go pass rusher? Yeah, we'll go pass rusher. We'll go balanced on the middle linebacker, though. So we'll go 3 middle linebackers, 4 outside linebackers. I may have to look at the philosophy on this one because this might be something where I have to change it up a little bit. Because I'm not exactly sure what type of coverages we call. So I might need to look at that. No, I want... give me run support big hitter. Free safety or strong safety. Kicker punters, I don't care about kicker and punter, whatever. Evaluation, we're going to build through the draft and we're going to favor upside as far as roadmap of plays. Blitz heavy, man coverage, yeah, playbook control, defensive coordinators. I'm not sure of the scheme. Balanced, no huddle philosophy, offensive playbook control is going to be head coach. No, offensive coordinator. And West Coast normally, that's fine. Okay. Back. So while I'm tied in here, let's view the playbook real quick. Let's view the defensive playbook by formation. So, okay, we do have a hybrid setup in here. Okay, so we need some 3-4 and 4-3 guys. Okay, so that changes my philosophy a little bit. So I need to go back and tweak that a little bit. I wasn't sure about the defense as far as the capability. So I'm definitely going to go versatile 3-4 across the board. And I'll probably lower DTs to 3 because I'm hoping that the guys I get at defensive end could swing in and play DT in a pinch, especially in a 4-man front. Yeah, we're definitely going to go 3-4, power blitzer, coverage speed. Let's keep balance there because balance would be my best bet. And because I have a 3-4 set, I'm going to go 4-4 because I need at least 2 middle linebackers. It's good quality middle linebackers at all times. Okay, man coverage, ball hawk. Blitzing a lot, probably man coverage is the way to go. I don't want a blitzer for... Do I want a man coverage free safety? Or center fielder? I'd rather have a center fielder, and let's go with... Okay, run support big hitter. Yeah, that's... Okay, that'll work. Alright, so back out. Now, what I want to do real quick... Let me see. Draft board. Okay, is there anything important I need to know? Okay, draft board. This is where... Now, you can see... I have a percentage scouted of all these players. Jake Long, Dwayne Brown, Chris Long. Chris Long was in this draft. I forgot about that. And then I can look at them, and it gives me some instant points about, you know, a couple things they're good at, a couple things they're not so good at. So this guy, high-end motor, good strength, solid pursuit, very weak on the speed side, weak on explosiveness, football IQ, and it gives me an NFL comparison to Patrick Kearney. So I'd have to look up Patrick Kearney because I don't remember Patrick Kearney from back in the day. And then you have Senior Bowl scouting. So when you do the Senior Bowl, if this player participates in the Senior Bowl, you'll see the scouting there. Then you'll have combine workouts where you'll see some different attributes there. And then you'll see personality traits if you scout this player further. On this initial page setup, you're not going to see a whole lot of this except for very much basics. And you have basics on pretty much the entirety of the first round. And then after that first round, it starts to tail off a little bit unless your GM is a good scout. Everybody you've got kind of like a general grade on as far as what can they do and what are they good at and what are they not good at in an NFL comparison. And that overall is very much inflated right now because that will change based upon other things I find out throughout the offseason process. And you can also alter your board. So if I wanted to say, let me come back up here to the top. If I wanted to say move Leotis McKelvin up my board, I just select him with X and I can just bump him up and see how he jumped ahead of Sam Baker and Lawrence Jackson. I can easily move him up that way. So I can set my board however I want. Now this is the overall draft board. I can also go by position and adjust. So if I think Joe Flacco is a better player than Matt Ryan, I can just flip it like this and then boom. Now my draft board, he's going to show up higher. So if I go back to all and go through, you'll see Joe Flacco, even though he's technically rated, you see how he's bracketed at number 8. That's not his true position. That's where I value him at as far as his draft board goes. So you can see how that changes real quick. So let's back out now. What I want to show real quick, okay, tutorial on the franchise tag. I don't really need the tutorial, but I might show it off just because I want to go to roster real quick. And I'm going to show Drew Brees. Okay, Drew Brees, a 90 overall with 90 potential as a pure passer quarterback. So if we go in here and we look at his ratings, overall potential, athletics, so you can see the guy's a Pro Bowler. I can go in and look at his contract numbers, which is always nice to see. He's basically signed for the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got him for another 4 years. No incentives on his contract. You can put incentives in contracts, which I love. Overall health and fatigue, so you can see injury potential on the arms and the left leg. Everything else is pretty healthy at this stage of his career, so that's pretty nice. Personality, he's a commander. He's driven and loyal. Yeah, that's actually pretty damn accurate. Considered an average NFL player, not really. Playbook knowledge, because I didn't change the playbook on offense. You see how he's got mastered status and learned status in most everything. That's good for me because I need my offense to carry my defense, especially with them having to learn the playbook. Progression, another thing I love. I talked about it in another video for Madden improvements. Um, okay, anyway, sorry about the clearing the throat, my bad. But anyway, going through, you can see like awareness, speed. You can see how it has a current and a maximum. Guys will start out with not the maximum value in certain attributes, and you can increase it by basically playing them. I like that because it basically caps everybody out at a certain number, and so you can look at the player and decide at the very end what he will look like and say, is he worth trying to go after and keep, or is it somebody I need to just ditch? You know, because if it's a guy that just doesn't fit your system, because maybe this guy, you know, let's say his throw power was lower and his throw accuracy was lower, maybe I just don't like that kind of quarterback in my system. I can easily just chunk him because I can look and say, okay, his max power is never going to be higher than 82. Not good enough to be on my squad. So I just would basically say I just cut him to free agency or trade him or do whatever I can to get rid of him. So that's the kind of nice thing is you can see where a player is going to end up. And nobody will ever be all 99s and everything, which is another thing I really like over the Madden series. So you don't have to worry about overpowered guys. Guys will get only as good as these numbers allow them to get. But I want to show what changing the team philosophy would do. So I'm going to change the team philosophy real quick for quarterbacks, and I'm going to change it back. I'm going to go to a mobile speed quarterback. Let's just see how good Drew Brees is if I wanted a speed quarterback. Let's see who's the top quarterback now. Drew Brees, you see, drops to an 81 overall. He's still good. He's still good, but he's not a speed demon quarterback. So you can look and see, boom, boom, boom. And by the way, this also means this is how I look at other teams as well. So like guys like Seneca Wallace and Charlie Fry, who probably aren't as good as those overalls indicate, are listed that high because they have high, well, I can't edit him. I don't want to edit him. Because they have high speed attributes and high abilities to basically get away from players. So you can kind of see like that's a big change. Now my backup quarterbacks really didn't change that much, but if you look at Tyler Palko, his potential is now at a 77, where I don't think it was before. But I'll tell you what, let's go back and let's just adjust that and let's put it back the way it was, and let's just compare our guys, and then we'll look at the Seahawks real quick just to kind of show you how it looks for other teams as well. So let's go back to pure passer. Okay, and that's going to change Drew Brees back to a 90 if I find the darn roster. It's one of the bad things I will say about it is it's very hard to find stuff that you're looking for when you're looking for it. See, Tyler Palko is now a 59 overall, and his maximum potential is a 68. So you can see how drastically that changed Tyler Palko's career. So he would be better as a mobile quarterback. Now, he won't ever be really, really good, but that would be his best fit, I feel like, would be as a mobile quarterback. And if I go in and look at his player card and look at his progression, throw power 84, throw accuracy 62. Holy crap. But speed of 71, acceleration 72, agility of 70. That fits for a mobile quarterback. This guy can run around a little bit. He's got a decent arm, but he couldn't hit water from the beach, so I definitely wouldn't want him around. But yeah, and then Jamie Martin is just who he is because he's 17-year veteran, 37 years old. He's not going to get much better than that. Oh, did forget to check Seattle, though. Let me go to Seattle real quick and see. Yeah, Seneca Wallace dropped a little bit. He was a 74 and Charlie Fry was a 73. You see how their numbers dropped a little bit? And that is because if you look at their progression, his throw accuracy is a little bit better. But awareness can go up a little bit for Seneca Wallace. But look at his speed. 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 87 agility. So this guy can run around and make some plays. And this is pre-Russell Wilson. So this would be Russell Wilson 0.5. Wouldn't exactly say even 1.0 because he was 2008, so it's been a while. And then Charlie Fry, if I go look at Charlie Fry's numbers, personality, progression, here we go. Throw power 80, throw accuracy 79, awareness 56, speed 72, acceleration 71, agility 72. So he doesn't have near the speed of Seneca Wallace, but he's much more accurate, doesn't have near the arm either. So that could be a bit of a problem throwing downfield. But otherwise, you can kind of see how this game works a little bit. So let's see, franchise tag, essentially. I can pick a player, they show me the franchise tag, and boom, I pop it on. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's not much complication. Alright, so now we're waiting on stuff to do. Tutorial on the All-Stars. I'm skipping the tutorials. I pretty much know how this works. Franchise tag. So this is what they just tutorialized me on. So do I want to franchise tag anybody? That is an excellent question. Jeff Fain, 87 overall, 1 year 6.05. That's not bad for a franchise tag. So these would be, I'm not franchise tagging a punter. That's for darn sure. Jeff Fain, I think I could let him go. I might be able to sign somebody in free agency that might be better. Yeah, we'll let him go. Boom. Yeah, we'll leave. We don't have to tag anybody. But that's our last chance to basically hold on to those players before we hit free agency. So, but I'm not worried about those guys. All right, let's grade some folks out. Senior All-Star quarterbacks.
The scouts are about to take off for today's Senior All-Star practice. Who should they watch?
Forgot I had this on. My bad. All right, so let's see. So if you heard echo there, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So let's see. Colt Brennan. R.I.P. Colt Brennan. I'll scout you just because you're no longer with us. Chad Henne, he was a good quarterback for a long time. Dennis Dixon was an okay quarterback. I'll scout Flacco. And I'll scout Andre Woodson. Yep, sure. So these are guys I'm actually focused on. So now my owner has tasked me with a couple of different things. So first thing he's tasked me with, acquire a tight end that's at least an 85 overall. So either draft him, trade for him, or get him in free agency. Acquire a center with an overall of at least 85. I just let one go so I can just sign him back and get him back. Get a right outside linebacker with an overall of at least 85. Now note that if I hit it, I get plus 25 approval with my GM. Each position has a different approval rating, and that affects your overall approval. So I definitely want to look at these three positions in free agency and see if I can plug the holes there, or maybe in draft. We'll see what comes up as far as free agency goes, and that'll help us target something in the draft. So tight end, center, and right outside linebacker. Okay, I guess it depends on who's coming out. Running backs. Matt Forte is a local boy. Jacob Hester's a local boy. Peyton Hillis is a Madden cover guy. 4 years away. Chris Johnson, fast. Now, these choices I'm making right now, just to let you know, these are only players that attended the Senior Bowl, the Senior All-Star game this particular year. So I can only choose from those players. That's why it's such a limited selection. And my general manager determines how many choices I get. So the worse my general manager is at a certain position, the less choices I get. Note that I had 5 choices for quarterbacks, and I had 1, 2, 3. I had 8 for running back. So okay, Mickey Lewis is pretty good at this. We'll do another fullback. We'll do Dontrell Savage and Raphael Little. That's fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right, let's see if we can crank this up a little bit. Let's get some speed going. Receivers and tight ends. So this is one where, now look, I only have 3 guys I can scout. So wide receiver and tight end are definitely a struggle point for this. Donnie Avery was his name. What if I go? Let's go Brad Cotton. Let's go Fred Davis, and let's go early Doucette. Offensive lineman. I got 8 choices here. Okay. Reinhardt, Cousins, McGlynn, Sullivan, Schoenig, Carl Nix. That's actually a real life saint. Barry Richardson, and let's go with Drew Vadovich. I guess that's something I should have probably done beforehand, is actually look at my roster, huh? All right, so let's see what I need here. Drew Brees is the man. Let's organize it by overall, please. There we go, 90. So 90 overall. That fits. Okay. Okay, I got Deuce McAllister and I got Reggie Bush. I got Deuce for 5 more years. Holy crap. Reggie Bush is on his rookie deal. Now this is pre This is pre-set up for where they have the rookie salary scale. So we're going to be paying rookies a lot of money in this game. So just be aware of that when you see guys pop up. Oh, man, Pierre Thomas is rated so low. Mike Carney. Okay, so we don't need fullback. Colston. Oh, man, wide receiver is a struggle. Devery Henderson is just a speed guy. Copper. Lance Moore. Robert Meacham. My gosh, Robert Meacham. Seriously? That's as good as he gets? What's his progression? Oh, he's a speed guy. That's why. Awareness 56, catch 59, route 59. Man, he's so much better than what you guys made him. Gee willigers. He's good in open field though. So, oh, injury 64. Ouch. Yeah, that's and learning of 39. Oh my God. Thank goodness I didn't go new playbook. Lance Moore might find a home. Terrence Copper, Devery Henderson. So yeah, wide receiver is actually a need for us. Okay, yeah, tight end, I can see why. Yeah, that tight end room is bad. Jamal Brown, Jermon Bushrod. So I got left tackle situated for a couple of years. Jamar Nesbitt and Andy Alleman. Okay. Fain and Goodwin both went to free agency, so no problem there. Jari Evans, I'm going to have to re-sign him to a big number next year. He's good. And Stinchcomb and Streif are pretty solid. So, okay. So I've got a lot of depth at tackle from what I see. I got a lot of depth at tackle. Guard is a bit weaker. I could use some guards. And obviously center is a point of reference. Charles, oh my God, we have Charles Grant? Okay. Forgot about that guy too. No, Ronaldo Wynn's gone. Will Smith, oh man, that's just depressing now. Rest in peace. Josh Cooper. Hollis Thomas. Okay. Kendrick Clancy. So these guys really don't fit the scheme I'm putting out there, but that's I might have to just deal with it. Scott Fujita. Oh boy. Scott Fujita's not a blitzer. Jonathan Vilma's pretty solid though. Mark Semino not so much. Shanley. Troy Evans. Who the hell is Troy Evans? Mike McKenzie. Jason Kraft. Oh God, no. Oh Lordy. This stain on the existence. Fred Thomas. Golly, Fred Thomas is old as dirt in this game. Usama Young. Usama Young's gonna be something pretty solid at corner. He ends up being a good. He ends up being a NFL average safety in his career, but here he could get to a 79 as far as corner. What's his max outs here? Let's see. I still need corner help, I feel like. Okay, coverage 72, 72. Okay, good speed. My goodness, good speed. Press 70. Okay, I can see where that comes from. Pursuit 78. Man, can he hit? Is he okay? 25 hit power, no. 41 tackling, no. He'd be a good run support guy though. Player recognition 74. What about your learning? Okay, 70 learning. That's actually not bad. Okay, so we've got a couple of guys that would be okay to build around. Although Mike McKenzie's getting long in the tooth. Jason Davis is going to be god awful. May want to look if we got the cap space at a cornerback. That fits our scheme. Josh Bullocks, Kevin Casefaharn. God, I forgot about Kevin. And we got him for 3 more years. Oh, Lordy, what the hell, Saints? Roman Harper. Okay, that's a thumper. Only an 80 overall at thumper? Seriously? Really? Huh? I thought that'd have been better. Oh, he'd be a better free safety. As far as center field goes. Oh, I might. You know what? Hold on a second. Let's do this real quick. Edit. Another nice thing, you can edit players to just about any position. Just about. It takes a little tweaking. We're gonna make you 41 because that's what your number is. Free safety. Boom. Okay, you're a little better at free safety. Josh Bullocks, can you hit? Because I'll move you to strong safety. You can hit. Are you a thumper? Zone coverage, speed, acceleration, agility, press, tackle. Yeah, no. Actually, no. Actually, Roman Harper, and you need to go back to strong. You need to go back to strong safety. That's a better spot for you right now for this squad. And 41 is your number. 41, okay. All right, so okay, so we do have some issues, which is normal. We're gonna have a little bit of holes to plug on defense, which is not a surprise. Cedric Ellis. I don't know if Ced Ed would be a good fit. Lawrence Jackson, maybe. Let's go down the board here. Dre Moore, Red Bryant, Athiba Rubin, maybe. Wallace Gilberry. Wallace Gilberry was around for a long time in the NFL. Sure, I'll take him. DeMario Presley, Chris Ellis. Sure, why not? Let's see. All linebackers. I need some blitzing linebackers. So let's see here what we got. Oh, Cliff Averill. Yeah, he was a blitzing linebacker. He ended up playing defensive end in the NFL. Ali Highsmith, just because he's a local boy. I guess I could look at this. Durability is good. Ben Lieber is his I don't have any info yet. Okay. Can I see some? Oh, let me go to. Okay, learning, acceleration, toughness. Keith Rivers is the best guy. Sure, we'll select Keith Rivers. Mainly looking. Philip Wheeler's was in the league for a long time. I believe he still is. Adibi, Bruce Davis, and Dan Connor. Sure, why not? We'll get some extra info on those guys. Ooh, develop staff. That's me. I can develop. Okay. So now let's see. Offensive line. Oh God, our offensive line coach is 3. Lovely. Defensive back coach is 7. Okay, so got a couple of weak spots. And special teams coach is a whopping 6. So who do I want to help? I want to help you. Skills. Personality. Philosophy. Okay, no. Wrong thing. Let me just go in here. There we go. Okay, you can get skill level 3 in these things. Okay, you can become okay, but never going to be really good. What about Dennis Allen, who becomes a future defensive coordinator? He's not very good either. Okay. What about our defensive coordinator? That's a good shout out. He looks like he'd be pretty solid. And he's got some defensive back coverage, so he can help out the D-line. So what about my O-line or my OC? Can he help the O-line? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's okay. So this guy can coach O-line. That's good because my O-line coach sucks rocks. So I don't really need to help anybody except for the team. So you know what I'm going to do? I'll come down here. And I'm going to burn points here. And I'm going to burn points here to get prepped for that one, which is playbook training, so I can increase the rate at which players learn the plays. But that's going to basically eat up all my points. Because unfortunately, the cheapest thing is 2,000, and I can't afford it. So we're going to do that and hold those points until I can afford something. Curtis Johnson, wide receivers coach. Oh, wrong button. Okay, you're a pretty good wide receiver or tight end coach. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. Aaron Cromer, running back coach. You'll be average. Okay. Quarterback coach. That's not a surprise. Drew Brees. Oh my God, look at that. You can on a creative coach, you can go to level 5 and everything, but you note like on existing coaches, you see how they're capped out at like some of them are capped at level 3. This one's 4. Where they don't have that 5th and 4th and 5th icons. That basically means that they're maxed out. So he's maxed out in everything quarterback related. So that's why this guy is a 77 overall. We'll probably lose him to an offensive coordinator job, unfortunately. Unless we fire our offensive coordinator. But he's a good O-line guy, so I'd have to fire my O-line coach too. So yeah, it becomes so you also have to worry obviously about losing coaches to other teams as teams fire head coaches and position coaches and sign other guys. It gets this first offseason obviously is a lot calmer because we're only worried about drafting stuff. I need corners bad. Let's see. Let's go Tracy Porter because he was a former Saint. Anybody else? I wish I was Jamal Adams, but it's not. I feel like free safety might, but corner. I need to focus on corner. Let's go Chevis Jackson and Patrick Lee. I only have 3 choices there, so kicker. Who cares about kickers and punters? Cerna. Okay, yeah, those are fine. I don't even care about punter. Whatever. Get out there and punt. It's not a difficult job. Scouting results. Yeah.
I'm Adam Schefter, and here's your senior All-Star Game update. Practices went well this week, and more than a few players stood out among their peers. Virginia's defensive end dominated in one-on-one drills, showing the strength and pop we've seen all season. USC's quarterback struggled, and his stock continues to drop at this point. I'm not sure what he can do to right the ship. Kentucky's quarterback, on the other hand, looked great in practices in Saturday's game. He was named the MVP after throwing 3 touchtouchdown passes. I think people are starting to realize what this kid can do when he has better than average talent around him.
I'm Mike Nolan, and you're watching NFL Network.
That's not a surprise. I mean, speed, explosiveness, and elusiveness were his big traits. So that's not a big surprise. How about Joe Flacco? Elite arm strength, size, and character, small school, athleticism, and polish. Throw accuracy of 40, awareness of 41, elusiveness of 15. I'm really not looking for quarterback, though, because my quarterback is still rock solid. So let's look at, like, Fred Davis. L.J. Smith is his comparison. Catch, awareness. Look at the catch. 80 catch, my goodness. Spectacular catch. Okay, so this is a guy that's not a run blocker, but he definitely can do some other things, so that's nice to see. Tracy Porter, how good are you? Man coverage, zone coverage. I don't know who Stanley Wilson is, so that's a bit of a problem. Size speed ratio, I don't even know his size. Wow, I don't even have measurements on this guy yet. All right, so let's see what else we got. Let's just look at corners real quick because I did 3 corners. Tracy Porter, Patrick Lee. Ooh. Play recognition 82? No, play recognition 57. What is PR? Oh, press 82. Okay, a press cover corner. Okay. That might be tasty. Upside, speed, and agility, play recognition, football IQ. Okay, pass rush moves for a cornerback I don't give a damn about. Chevis Jackson. What were your speed, agility, acceleration? Okay. Pursuit, tackle, pass rush moves. And he's got 62, 65, 76 play recognition. 70 press. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I could get behind that. So those are some guys I might target in the draft. All right. What else? Wide receivers. Did I go any wide receivers? I think I did early Doucette. So what? Football IQ, work ethic, hands, good. Speed, release, route running. NFL comparison of James Jones. Catch 86, juke move 91, spin move 89, spectacular catch 86, elusiveness 85. Wow, this guy's really good. Oh man, excuse me. I might have to look at a pick on him. Combine workout. So this is nice. This is
all right, Coach. I've got the results from today's drills over at the Combine.
I wish Madden did this. I really do. And note that this is well before the draft, where I get combine numbers on every single player. And I get specific measurements on things. Now, in fairness, Madden's current scouting system, which I know is going away, gives you this information, but it gives it to you like 2 weeks before the draft. This is 2 months before the draft. So having that information here, easy to look at, is very nice to have. And as I get more information from the other positions, I can come back and look at the stuff here or in a one of the menus. I'll have to find out where the menu is.
Scouts are getting ready to talk to the O-line. Which one are you interested in?
Measurables and other little tidbits and nuggets of knowledge that I don't have before. So what I'm going to do now, and again, this is only players that attended the Combine. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, Carl Nix is going to be a guy because he was a real life New Orleans Saint. So we need to look at maybe some centers, and I'm trying to go further down so we can get some value picks. So maybe a guy like a Stephen Justice. Really kind of want to lean away from guards. We're good at guard unless a guy could swing in and play guard from tackle, I should say. Let's see, Spanos. USC is a good school, sure, why not? Pedro Sosa, the bottom guy on the board. Drew Radovich. Bentley. Let's go small school. Mac Bernard. Buffalo, Jamie Richard, Richard, whatever. Let's see, what else? Do we have any other small schools? Because I will get the chance. He's a small school guy. Yeah, we'll do that. Washington, Colorado. We will get the chance to do pro days for various colleges, which is another thing I would love Matt to do. Hopefully he does it with the new scouting setup. Let's see. Any other? Yeah, we'll go. I could have looked at Appalachian State, too, but that's okay. I don't care about combine workouts for kickers and punters, but I do care about scouting.
All right, Coach, it's time to talk to the kickers. Which one's it going to be?
Let's go Alexis Cerna again. Let's go Taylor Melhoff, because I believe that's who we drafted in real life. That name looks familiar to me for a Saints reason. Workouts for quarterbacks. Combine scouting for quarterbacks. Now, again,
so, Coach, what quarterback do you want the scouts to interview?
So let's come down here at the bottom. And let's kind of look at some guys down here. Maybe, let's see, Tulsa, because that's a smaller-ish school. Not really. Marshall. Washington State probably won't get a lot of scouting out there. Colt Brennan, just because R.I.P. Colt Brennan. Excuse me. Let's Louisville, Michigan. Let's scout Kevin O'Connell. What the heck? All right, tutorial on RFA. So basically, this tells me how I can tender and how the list goes. The game will give me a recommendation, and then I can choose that recommendation, or I can choose a different recommendation. And each recommendation basically gets me different draft picks. Should the player be picked up in free agency from another team, and I choose not to match it. And basically, that's what it tells you right there. Another thing I liked about the head coach series is, if you know this stuff, it's annoying early on. But it is nice if you're not familiar with some of the terminology of how the offseason works in real-life NFL. Obviously, this is circa 2008, so it's a little bit different. You can kind of get an idea of how it works by looking at these things and getting at least a snapshot of what you need to be doing and looking for. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to skip combine workouts on running backs. I can look all that stuff up at the end.
Coach, what halfback do you want the scouts to interview?
I don't really feel like I need running back. I mean, I've got McAllister and Bush for a little while. But maybe a low-end pick on somebody. Let's see. Justin Forsett had a good NFL career. Tim Hightower was a former Saint. Who got small school? Sure, let's do it. Peyton Hillis, former cover athlete for Madden. Jerome Felton, because it's a small school. Jacob Hester, because it's a local boy. Forte, local boy, and we'll do Ray Rice just to round it out. We'll skip Jamal Charles. He had a pretty decent career, though. Receivers and tight ends. This is one.
What wide receiver would you like us to interview, Coach?
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm going to do wide receiver. Deshaun Jackson. Okay. Martellus Bennett. Earl Bennett had a pretty solid career. Marcus Smith, Gary Douglas. Jermichael Finley was a sleeper. Let's scout him as a tight end. Jerry Barnage had a nice late career resurgence. Ryan Grace Mullen. Who the heck is Ryan Grace Mullen? So a lot of these guys, especially the bottom end, I won't know. Marcus Monk. Is there anybody from a small school? Mount Union, Pierre Garçon, and that guy had a pretty good career too. Hawaii, that's not really a small school, especially at this point. Kentucky, Jackson State, Jamar Johnson. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. So one tight end, 3 wide receivers to scout at the combine.
NFL restricted free agent signing period officially begins at 9 a.m. this morning as teams focus on tendering their restricted free agents. Once tenders have been handed out, players work with interested teams on offer sheets. If they sign those offer sheets, their original team has 10 days to match or let the player sign with the new team.
I'm Marvin Lewis, and you're watching NFL Network.
I got panicky. I was like, oh my God, my machine sounds like crap. Not a lot of good wide receivers. Might pick up maybe Dante Stallworth, DJ Hackett. I just need a good number 2 to go with Marcus Colston. So we might look at some of these guys, especially cheaper options. I mean, if these guys are expensive, I'm not going to go for them. But like maybe like a Javon. Well, Javon Walker, I'm pretty sure is injury prone because he was in real life, from what I remember. Catch 86 route run. He's good though. Let me tell you. What's his, oh god, 41. Oh, he'll never be on the field. But like DJ Hackett maybe. I'm not looking for a guy to break the bank on. I'm just looking for guys that might be, you know, a good play, spectacular catch, got room to grow. What about injury? Okay, you'll be out on the field at least, and your learning's good. So DJ Hackett is probably a guy I'll target. Truth be told. Okay, there is no 85 overall tight end in free agency, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Probably going to look at Ben Troop. Man, he's low. Why is he so low? What do I value at tight end? I probably should look at that, huh? I think I'll value balanced tight end, which is probably where that low overall comes in, because I know Crumpler and LJ Smith are more receiving, playmaking tight ends than they are blockers. Or am I just completely mistaken in that? Might be mistaken. He'd be pretty solid. What is blocking? Impact block, run block. Okay. I don't care about pass block. Injury 76 and learning 86. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup. Let's look at LJ Smith real quick. LJ Smith's going to want bank, though. That's the only thing I'm concerned about with LJ Smith. Can he block, though? Route running 96? Wow. Gee willikers. Okay. Impact block, run block string. He's about as good as Algie Crumpler and a lot faster. Okay, that was weird. Sorry if you heard that. Oh, my phone just went nuts. So I'll probably go Algie Crumpler because I feel like Algie Crumpler would be cheaper. If not those two, though, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to have to trade for a tight end. Okay, any decent... Okay, I'm not spending bank on that. I might go with Andrews, maybe center. Okay, it's Fain or bust, so I'm just going to go all in on Fain. Ben Nall, Jake Scott, Justin Smiley. I may look at a guy. I don't want to get anybody really stupidly good, but I do want to get a guy. So I might look at some guards. Again, it depends on the price point. I don't need tackle. What was the other position I needed? Right outside linebacker. Who's it right at? Oh boy. Yeah, Terrell Suggs is going to be a saint. I'm just saying. Terrell Suggs is going to be a saint. Nobody really worth it in the middle. Nobody really worth it on the outside. Okay, corner. Randall Gay, 25. Yeah, got decent speed. I believe this is a guy we actually signed in real life. I don't know if it was this year, but I want to say we had Randall Gay on the squad around this time frame. Learning 95, that's good. I don't want a Sante Samuel. That's going to break the bank. But Randall Gay might not be too bad. Ty Law on maybe a one-year deal at a decent clip. I'd be willing to do that for a guy that could step in and be a top-end corner for a year. Injury 76, though. That's kind of concerning. He's restricted. I do not want restricted free agents. I do not want to give up draft picks. Joey Thomas. Who's Joey Thomas? He sucks. No. Joey Thomas can stay. 76. How is he a 76 overall? And free safety. So really, my targets are Terrell Suggs for sure. Then, yeah, he's restricted. I wouldn't go after him. There's really nobody in the middle I want to go after. Nobody on the right side. Left side, I have Charles Grant, so I don't want to spend more money there. So I'm probably going to go maybe one of these three, maybe Justin Smiley, just to save some cash. Jeff Fain, I'm going to just bet the bank on. Man. Stacey Andrews, that would really, I'd like to solidify that offensive line, but I don't want to kill myself with cap to solidify it. And then I'm definitely going to go after DJ Hackett. He's not great, but he's a really good number 2. So, okay, so Hackett's going to be a target here, and then Fane, and then Suggs, and we'll see what happens after that. It's going to depend on how much money I have left. So, but those are guys I definitely
Hey, Coach,
need to target.
what linebacker would you like us to interview at the Combine?
They come out at different times, so you won't be bidding on everybody all at once. They'll come out one at a time, and then you'll bid and choose that way. So you'll see how it goes whenever we get there. Let's see. What's Cliff Averill again? Let's see. Let's go. Let's see if we got some smaller schools down here. Gino Hayes, rest in peace, Gino Hayes. Man, there's a lot of guys that have passed away that are on this list. That's just depressing. Jolon Dunbar, former Saint. Yep, we're going to scout him. Local boy, scouting him. North Dakota State, small school, scouting that. USF. I kind of want to look for more outside linebackers. David Vabora. Don't know who that is, but he's in Idaho, so that's kind of small. Louisville, Montana, Corey Bierman. I believe that guy becomes a good pass rusher. In real life, maybe not in this game. Larry Grant, Gino Hayes, Harry Thompson. Maybe one more middle linebacker. Let's look at Jonathan Goff out of Vanderbilt. And let's go with Gerard Mayo, because that's a guy we could potentially pick. I think we have the 10th overall pick in this draft. I believe that's where we're at. Maybe 11th or 12th.
Coach, it's time for the scouts to interview the D-line. Who's it going to be?
Guys that I do not want Derek Harvey. Jesus. That's a smaller school. Gardner Webb, that's a small school. Middle Tennessee State, small school. Ohio, small school. The reason I'm going small schools is just because when I get to pro days, I can go to a big
Coach,
college,
it's time to talk to the DBs. Who's it going to be?
Have all those prospects there, so I'll get a little bit of pull on those pro days as far as skill sets and stuff. So I want to focus on small schools where I can here, because those are schools that probably won't pop up in the choices for pro days. So I might as well get my scouting in now while I can on this end. So let's go to the bottom here. We'll kind of scroll up from here. Michigan, Florida, UCLA, Michigan State, Tennessee. Beth Cookman, boom, done. Caleb Campbell, I remember that big story. And Keith Wellington, because it's Washburn. That's a small school. Next small school wins it. Nicholls State, Kareem Moore. I really want to scout another corner, though. Yeah, let's stick with corners. If I can find one. Ryan Mundy. Ryan Moody. No, not quite. Okay, that's Grand Valley State. Brandon Carr. Really? Okay, sure. We'll scout that. Brandon Carr had a good NFL career. Scouting results.
I'm Adam Schefter, and here's your Combine update. A few players saw their stock rise and fall this week, and we'll start with LSU's star wide receiver. He decided to run at the last possible second, and his slow time may have hurt his draft stock a little bit. I had him graded out as the #1 receiver in October, but he slipped to a late first-round pick at this point. USC's left tackle really impressed scouts this week, benching 225 pounds, 38 times, and running a very fast 40-yard dash. He might have jumped into the top 5 with his showing this week. I'll be back next time with some notes on pro days.
This guy could be a potential nice guy to sneak into our squad. Chevis Jackson, how was your speed? 6 foot, 190. I like the size. 88 speed, so not that fast, but decent agility, decent acceleration, decent jump, and solid skills. I don't know if it's going to grow any, but that's not a bad guy to have. So I could go through this entire board and take hours upon hours of this. I'm not going to waste too much time. I've already kind of killed an hour and 15, and we're still not. Oh, another thing, we see durability with advanced scouting. Personality traits, so we can kind of get an idea if he'd be a good fit with the coach and with the team. We don't have any Senior Bowl scouting, so we don't know anything about his actual attributes there, but we do see his speed and things that he showed in the Combine. not super fast, and I don't know who Anwar Phillips is, so that's kind of scary. And you can see some of these guys like have 33% scouting because they didn't attend the combine, they didn't do anything there, so it's tough to know anything about these guys. So you literally are drafting blind if you take a guy like this, but that's why they're rated so lowly in the draft pool as far as prospects go. 4 days till free agency. Tutorial on free agency. You'll see how it goes whenever I get there. Team game plan. This is where the CPU basically tells you, hey, this is who you need to draft and who you have on team and things of that nature. So, like, right now it's telling me Drew Brees is the best option available to us at quarterback 1 because he's already on the team. QB 2, they're recommending some free agents to take. Halfback 1, we have Reggie Bush on the squad, but they recommend Shaw Alexander and Michael Turner. I'm not doing either of those because I feel like 1-2 we're good there. Carney's good enough. Colston's good. We do need to get us number 2 though, because number 2 is really bad. So they're recommending some guys there. Eddie Kennison, former LSU guy. All right, then they got recommendations for wide receiver 3, so you can kind of get an idea of how this works going through. Before I go much further, though, let me go and see team philosophy on tight ends. What is that? Balanced tight end? You know what? Let's go playmaker tight end. Let's go playmaker tight end. Because that'll improve us a little bit. Maybe we'll get lucky and get an 85 overall tight end in free agency. His overall is 84 now. LG Crumpler 82. So they got a little bit better, but not quite 85. So trying to game the system a little bit. So okay, salary cap status. Let's see how much money we have. Okay, we have 46 million in cap space this year. So we do have a good bit of room. But we also have to remember this doesn't take out rookie salary scales, so we have to keep some back for spending on rookies. So we don't want to spend too much, but we do want to spend some for sure. Contracts and trading. You'll see how contracts and trading work whenever we get to that point. And now
the NFL free agent signing period kicks off at 9 a.m. this morning. Look for big name deals with big name players all throughout the entire month.
I'm Andy Reid. You're watching NFL Network.
I did turn down some of that stuff. Asante Samuel.
I'm Todd McShane. This is the draft preview. After putting together my mock draft, I've got a good idea of how the first round will play out. Arkansas' star running back is the best player on the board. He should be followed by the lineman out of LSU and Virginia. And then if you're looking for a sleeper in the class, keep an eye on the other Arkansas running back. I think he's nearly as talented as his teamate. He has less tread on his tires, and he'll come at a lot better price when negotiating that first deal.
So we got Texans, Titans.
Hey, Coach, do we want to make a go at him?
And you can see that cap hit number going up. So right now, if I wanted him, I'd have to spend $8 million a year on Asante Samuel. I'm not doing that. They kind of give you a little bit of a warning. I'm going to exit out because I'm not going to bid on him anyway. But just that's the way free agency works, and every player is going to show up that's available in free agency. Desmond Clark, he's a 78 overall, 30 years old. I'm not interested. Marion Barber.
The bidding is about to begin, Coach.
Two things I don't like: restricted free agency and a halfback. I don't want to spend. I don't want to upgrade that much on the secondary. Faneca. Oh man, Faneca would be nice. 29 years old. No, we're not going to bid on Faneca. Russ Hochstein. Okay, let's do a little negotiations here. Let's show you how trade negotiations work. So we're negotiating with the Patriots. So now I have to pick. They have a list of offers on the board, and it goes from the least desirable to the most desirable. So I can go all the way down here, and their most desirable thing is for me to give them 2 fifth-round picks. Now I'm also on a timer, so I have 2 minutes to basically negotiate this out. All these setups, I'm willing to give you. I'll give you a fifth in next year's. So now I've insulted them with this offer, and now they're jumping to this. So now I've got to come with something a little closer. So now we get to move kind of closer together here. I'll give you Terrence Copper in a fifth. Okay, they're still saying it's ridiculous. So they don't like that. So they want this year's 5th. Well, that's not that different from what I offered you. I'm gonna offer it again. Now you can piss them off and they'll walk. Okay, so they just want to increase an offer. I'm gonna walk away because I'm not giving them that much for Ross Hochstein. So Terrell Suggs, this is the one. Okay, so this is the one I'm jumping in on. 3 years. Now the only bad thing about this particular setup is you can't negotiate like years, as far as how many years you can sign them for, which I can see where that'd be a turnoff for some people. But I do like it because it does kind of keep you out of that loop, and you kind of just focus on offering them money, which is what I just did. Oh, that probably
the bidding is over, and one team has emerged as the winner in the race to sign one of the off-season's most coveted free agents. We'll wait and see if a deal can get done between this difference maker and the Saints.
To trade negotiations, essentially we have a list of options, including incentives.
Coach, we're all ready to go over his contract.
To negotiate it. He wants package 7, which is obviously the most valuable to him. I want to give him package 2, which is best for me. Signing bonus is cheap, too far off. So now he wants. So now I can either try and offer him package 2 or go package 3. I'm gonna meet him in the middle. I'll meet him in the middle, and boom. So no incentives. And I did
free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning that a deal has been struck between a crucial free agent and the New Orleans Saints.
I'm Andy Reid, and you're watching NFL Network.
Anytime you want to look at anything,
should we try to get him?
Okay, Drew Brees has an approval change of -3 due to his frustration with the talent around him. Well, look, give me some time to get some guys, okay? Hank Fraley. 81 overall. I do not want because I want to go sign Jonathan Fain. Ken Hamlin, I do not need a free safety. Hit circle, exit out. Hit circle, exit out. In fact, we're going to go faster here. Don't need Antoine Odom. Randall Gay is a guy I thought about signing. 4 years. Okay. Let's see how much the money gets to, and then we'll go from there. Because we have $39 million in cap space, and I'd like to keep a good bit of that. I'm not letting the Falcons have him. 4.6, he's mine.
I've got to negotiate this contract. Feel like joining in?
All right, let's negotiate with this guy. All right, so same negotiation type as before, just more packages. Let's go with something cheaper on the signing bonus, and let's go here. Wow, just okay. Just totally dogging himself. He's like, oh, I suck, so I'll just agree to that even though you didn't try to meet my demands. Carlos Dansby, I've already got, excuse me, I got Terrell Suggs, so I don't need you. Kawika Mitchell. Isaac Bruce, too old. Stacey Andrews, who do I have there? I have Nesbitt, who's 29. This will be an upgrade. I need to jump on this. I got the cap space. I need to jump on it. So, which is unusual for the Saints in circa 2021. Now I could raise the bid here, but I could also get jumped. I like to wait and let the CPU drive everybody out, and then it usually actually makes it cheaper in the long run. I feel like. Because if you jump in too much, you might accidentally
New Orleans' strategy in the bidding war was simply pay whatever we need to. In the end, it walked away with the right to negotiate with one of the offseason's biggest free agents. It'll begin work on a contract immediately.
I'm Norv Turner, and you're watching NFL Network.
I don't want to pay you. I want to pay you $4 million.
Want to join the negotiation, Coach?
Let's go right here. My goodness, y'all are just all sorts of down on yourselves. Trade negotiations for Johnny Jolly. Well, I mean, he'd be nice depth. Sure, I'll look at him. Why not? What do you want? I'm only give you a 5th round pick. Oh, okay. So you see how they say this offer is okay. That means that they're not immediately insulted by your offer, which means they're open to negotiation, which is good for me. I tell you what. I don't want to come up that high. I'll jump. I'll give you a 7th and a 5th. Is that okay? Too low. So I'm starting to make them mad, but no, I'm not giving you a third. What are you, out of your mind? I'll give you a fifth and a seventh in this. No. Do I want to give them a fifth and a seventh next year? Fifth and a sixth next year? Fourth next year? That's a bit steep. I don't like going fourth round picks for 75 overall. And see, I'm starting to run out of time, so now I'm trying to fidget and figure out stuff. I'll give you a fifth and a seventh. Okay, they're back to okay. So I'm gonna force it. Either you take this or we walk. See, they took it. So now I've acquired Johnny Jolly to the squad. Welcome aboard, sir. Okay, this is a restricted free agent. You see in the top left-hand corner or top right-hand corner the third round compensation. I'm not giving up a third round pick for anybody. Bernard Berrien. 4 years, 20.8 mil. I think I'm gonna stick to waiting on. I'm gonna wait on the guy I want. This is the top tight end in the market, isn't it? 84 overall. We need a tight end bad. Or do I stick? I'll jump on him. I'll jump. How much is it going to be? So I'll bid just to bid. So jump in there. Okay, Falcons. Okay, Falcons got dove out. 4.5 or bust. I'll do 4.6. Crap, I was hoping it'd be 4.5. All right, well, 4.6 per year. That's not terrible. We still have good cap space left. I like to keep about 15 mil in my pocket going into the
Okay,
draft.
Coach, he's ready to go over his contract.
20, so I can take some trades in too. So if guys are hard up on the cap, I can kind of look at that kind of stuff. Let's see. I'll give you a package 2 again. Man, y'all just hating. Y'all hating on yourselves. Ty Law. I picked up Randall Gay, so I don't need Ty Law. I don't need Jason Elam. Don't need a kicker, Rob Baronis. R.I.P. Rob Baronis. My goodness, this is just depressing. Bunch of guys that are dead. Don't need a right guard. Signed the left guard already. Dante Stallworth, no. Ted Washington, no. David Stewart, no. Jabril Wilson, no. Pro days, so you're going to get to see. Okay, pro days. So basically how pro days
Coach,
work
the
is
scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Schools. So 1, 2, 3. I got 5 schools on the board. And every time I have a choice, it'll be 5 different schools. Usually what I do is I try to look for something with a lot of prospects so I can get maximum coverage, which this would definitely do it. But then you got guys like Northern Iowa that has 2 offensive linemen I might want to be interested in. Marshall, Iowa. I'm going to go biggest prospect pool and get the basically most bang for the buck. And I'm going to go Louisville. Excuse me. I have about 20 of these to go through. So I'm hoping I will try and speed up the draft process. I'll show a little bit of the draft, but I'm going to try and speed through it as much as possible. Don't need a running back. Algie Crumpler. Did I sign it? I signed L.J. Smith. Never mind. I don't want another. I'll draft the tight end. I'll draft a middle linebacker. I'll probably draft a corner or 2. Odell Thurman. What's his overall? 81, 25. How much cap space do I have? 25.6. This won't break me. I mean, if it stays under 3, I'm okay with $3 million a year for Odell Thurman as a potential, basically a backup to Jonathan Vilma slash guy, second guy in the lineup. Okay, I got to get pro scouting in.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Tennessee's got the most prospects. Who do they have? Mayo, Cottom, Young, Hefney, Ainge. Who's that? Shinning, Bernard, LaRock, Cerna. I don't care. Nathan Bank, Iowa State. Atiba Rubin, Alvin Bowen. Kicking can here. DT is a guy I like, a former NFL pro. And Alvin Bowen is a right outside linebacker that could potentially be maybe a Terrell Suggs replacement. I don't know.
We've got a contract to take care of, Coach.
Sorry. Trying to stifle that as much as possible, but it is tough to do. All right, let's go to package number 2. No, package number 1. All right, tell you what. Package number 2, you can have some incentives. Ooh, okay. You're being hardball guy. Okay, so it's package 3 or bust. Fine, package 3 or bust. I'll give it to you. I'll cave.
Negotiations seem to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Bills.
So this will probably be our last big free agent. I thought we had already signed him. That's the only problem with this system of jumping back and forth. Definitely the Bucs are not getting him. That's
New
what happened
Orleans'
in real life.
strategy in the bidding war was simply pay whatever we need to. In the end, it walked away with the right to negotiate with one of the offseason's biggest free agents. It'll begin work on a contract immediately.
Another upgrade, another approval boost. Okay, we're going to skip up.
Negotiations seem to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Saints.
2 guys that are going to go top.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Who's at Grand Valley State? Okay. Man, I hate wasting for 1. But yeah, I'm going to waste for 1. Ooh. Tight end, well, halfback I don't need, but tight end might be nice. Tight end or corner? I'm going to go there because it's an extra player. I don't really need DJ Hackett. Oh, God, I forgot about DJ
Free
Hackett.
agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning that a deal has been struck between a crucial free agent and the Miami Dolphins.
Man, I'll be honest. I can't do it. I wanted DJ Hackett, but unfortunately, I took a linebacker instead. I might have to look. I might have to wait on it. I'm just gonna have to wait on it. I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
Coach, what school should we scout?
I gotta save some cash in case something goes bad. Brown, Adams, Howard, Velasco, Johnson, Kutu. So kicker doesn't count. So 5 players. They got a variety of players. I need an outside linebacker. Corner's nice. Center's nice. What's Troy got? Just 1 guy. What's Michigan State got? Wide receiver, tight end, right end. Strong safety. What's Furman got? Fullback. Okay, I don't need fullback. I'll go Arizona State. Okay, we're just going to be skipping free agency bids from here on out.
Negotiations seem to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Dolphins.
I'm Eric Mangini, and you're watching NFL Network.
A couple corners out in Miami.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Tavares Gooden, left guard, corner.
Free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning that a deal has been struck between a crucial free agent and the New Orleans Saints.
John Gruden, you're watching NFL Network.
Orlando Mare, no. Keo Spikes, Eddie Jackson, Daryl Jackson, Pro Day 6.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Prospects here. So Pittsburgh, right tackle, right guard, corner. Okay, that's an interesting one. Halfback, left tackle, left middle linebacker. Almost. Nope. And nope. West Bowling Green got 1 center. Going Pittsburgh. That one's easy. That one's easy. Alright, let's see what else we got. Drayton Florence, go away. Klecko, go away. Day 7.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Some big prospects. We can go McNeese State and look at Brian Smith. Do we have anything on him? 77 speed. Okay, got some. Okay, got some durability on him. 6'2", 260. I'm not gonna scout him. So Virginia Tech or LSU? So Virginia Tech, what do you got? Virginia Tech, corner. Wide receiver as well, Eddie Royal. Wide receiver. So 3 wide receivers. What about LSU? Cornerback, right guard, quarterback, outside linebacker, 1 wide receiver. And private workouts are the only way to find out a player's true potential based on your scheme for your squad. So Caldwell, Harvey, Michaels, Jessup for Florida. Middle linebacker, wide receiver, corner, tight end, halfback. I really don't see a whole lot I like anywhere, but I'm going to send out to... I'll send out to Florida because Derek Harvey is a top 10 prospect, and I know I got a top 10-ish pick. So, we'll do that. All right, come on. Let's go. Eric Coleman, Mitch Berger, Kyle Turley, Marcus Douglas. Pro Day Scouting number 9.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Into this. God, I got to finish this up soon. All right, Nebraska, corner. I'm going to send to Nebraska because we did take Carl Nix in real life, and that might be somebody I end up taking in this game. What now? Jeff Fain has gotten really angry. Can't do anything about that, though, bud. Working on the defensive side of the ball. I'll pick you up some guys on offense.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Boston College, Matt Ryan, Gouger, Chairless. These 2 are top-end prospects. So, not really focused on them so much. Stewart, Dixon, Schwartz, East Carolina, Chris Johnson, don't care. Golston, Barton, Grant. Maryland. I'll do Maryland because they have a D-tackle, right outside linebacker, and a guard prospect I can look at. I'm not signing Javon Walker and his 41 injury.
Coach, what school should we scout?
UCLA has one guy I'd be interested in. Oh, you got wide receivers and an outside linebacker. Yeah, we'll look at you. We'll look at you. Kentucky. Trey Essex, Barry Sims, Charles Spencer. Dante Culpepper. Nope. No thanks.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
California or Texas A&M? Texas A&M I haven't done much with. They got a DT. They got a tight end. Got a couple of D tackles. So that's interesting. They have Deshaun Jackson, which is also interesting. They have a punter, though, which means that takes them down to 6 prospects, which means I'd be better off going to A&M. Fred Miller, because I don't care about punters or kickers. Kickers and punters are not important to me. John Foster, John Hall, Clark Hagan's Pro Day 13.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Florida State. 2 D tackles and a right outside linebacker. That's a lot better than that stuff. A lot better than that stuff. A lot better than that. But that one has Corey Bierman, who I think might be decent. So I'm gonna go to Montana. Marty Booker, 76 overall. I'm not spending $3.6 million. Not happening.
Coach, what school should we scout?
Wisconsin's there. D tackle, wide receiver, kicker and punter. No. Okay, wide receiver. Sure, I'll take a chance. Sure, we'll go to Michigan. Pro Day 15.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Kansas. Wide receiver, left tackle. Tennessee State got a top end prospect. Wide receiver, middle linebacker, and then tackles. Corner, guard, middle linebacker. Let me look at San Diego State and see what they got. Quarterback, wide receiver. Okay, sure, we'll look at wide receivers. I might end up drafting some wide receivers for this anyway. Nope. Morton Anderson's still in the league. My goodness gracious.
The Packers, in one of the offseason's biggest free agents, have agreed on a deal that will be officially announced later today. Fans on the team website are thrilled with the signing, crediting the owner and the GM for the big acquisition. It cost a lot, but right now everyone is extremely excited.
Hey, Coach, do you want to sit in on this negotiation?
But I can draft some wide receivers. Yeah, nope, not happening. We're going to go package 1, sir. How far are you coming down? You come down to 11. I'll come up to package 4 then. Package 10. I still like package 5. Or package 4. Alright, cool. Now I'm definitely done in free agency. I already spent a lot of money.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Bloomsburg. It's a small school. You know what? Let's scout Bloomsburg. I don't even need halfback. I'm going to scout it just because Bloomsburg's not showing up anywhere. Trent Dilfer. He's still around at this point. Wow. You forget some of these players.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Weaver State, David Hill, left guard. That's interesting. Left end, Robert Henderson. Right. Okay. Punters don't count. Skandrick and a first rounder. Slayton. There's not really a whole lot there I want to look at. Weaver State has David Hill. They have a guard. I'm interested in guards, especially small school. The Saints have always had traditionally a lot of luck with small school offensive linemen.
Coach, what school should we scout?
Well, it's hard to deny 12 prospects, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Unless this team, well, they have Averill, but I can always scout Averill on a personal level, on a private workout. Oh, all right. Oh, man.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Let's see. Kicker, so you have 5 prospects. You have 2 corners, a middle linebacker. Yeah, you got a lot of defense. I'll look at Arizona. Stanley Wilson. Nope. No more free agents for the New Orleans Saints. Pro Day 20.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
I know they have Peyton Hillis. They have Marcus Monk. So wide receiver, corner, and a D tackle. So that's interesting. Jamal Charles. Okay, tight end. Yeah, tight end's another need. Okay, we'll send to Texas. Tight end is a bigger need than the other stuff I was looking at. So.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Oh, boy. 1 prospect each. So best prospect wins. Dwight Lowry. Free safety, corner, whose name is Reggie Corner. Medium school, small school. I'm going to go San Jose State. Individual workout number 1.
I'm Adam Schefter, and this is your Pro Days update. I just got back from Arkansas, where most scouts and media members met for one last time to get a look at the talent on display. Every player at that Pro Day looked good, and their dynamic running back seems like a lot to be the number 1 pick at this point. Another Pro Day that received a lot of attention was the USC workout, of course. Scouts in attendance told me they were very impressed by the Trojans linebackers, but a little less enthused about their quarterback and his accuracy issues.
Let's just see real quick. So that's the way.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
Wide receivers: Nelson, Donnie Avery, Eddie Roll, James Hardy, Deshaun Jackson. I feel like Deshaun Jackson will not be a good fit. I feel like Jerome Simpson might be a good fit if I can get him. Early Doucette. But let's look at first round selection. Let's nail our first pick. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Cromartie. Keith Rivers maybe. Otah. Dorsey's down here. I doubt Dorsey goes that low. Cedric Ellis. What was the other? We needed to nail tight end, but I don't want to draft the tight end that early. Let's lock in. Let's look at Derek Harvey, because Derek Harvey's the guy that I'll pick right around the spot where I'm at. Okay, draft board. So now I can go down here, and there should be somebody with 100% level. Boom, 100% scouted. The only way you can get 100% scouting is that way, and he will be an 84 potential. 84 at that as a versatile 3-4 defensive end. 6'4", 271, versatility, pass rush move. So maybe a guy I think about for this particular scheme as somebody who can maybe play upright as a 3-4 outside linebacker or down with his hand in the dirt as a 4-3 end. So, okay. I can live with that. It's not the greatest setup, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. And now all this should be free agents and or personal private workouts. Yeah, individual workouts. I forgot what they called it in this one.
Coach, who would you like some more information on?
First round. Let's look at Cromartie in case he falls to us. And also draft picks. Where do I pick in this draft? Am I 10th? Okay, I got a first, second, and third, and then that's it until the 6th. Oof. Okay, that's actually a ball buster. I might have to look to trade down and get some extra value picks. Excuse me. Let's see. Nope. No more free agents. No more free agents. No more free agents. Nope. 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 Please don't skip a private workout, though. Individual workout number 3.
Who would you like to bring in for an individual workout?
I don't want Keith Rivers. Keith Rivers strikes me as somebody who'd be more of a like a coverage linebacker. Dustin Keller. Don't want to look at Dustin Keller. Let's look at some second round potential picks. Let's look at Jerome Simpson. Let's just get Jerome Simpson out of the way. Trade negotiation for J.P. Lossman. Not interested. I'll sign somebody. On a 1-year deal, I'll sign somebody. No. What am I doing? No, I don't want to trade for that. Brawlers. Workout number 4.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
Who do I want to go look at? Who do I want to go look at? I don't think Merlin last. Do I want to pick up a future potential Hall of Famer? Oh, I know who I want to look at. I just thought about it. Patrick Lee, cornerback I've been targeting. Is he worth it? Quinn Gray, Joey Harrington, Chris Keon. Nope. Nope. Individual workout number 5.
Coach, who would you like some more information on?
I want to work out a quarterback. Do I work out the best tight end in the class and see where he's at? Or do I work out a guy I've been scouting and get all the information I can on him? And that would be, where is he? Calais Campbell might be there in round 2. I'll scout Calais Campbell, see if he's worth it. I do think I'm going to have to trade back, though, and pick up some picks, because I didn't realize I had that few picks in this draft, so...
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
Tight end. Let's go tight end. Michael Finley's 92% scouted. Let's get Dustin Keller out of the way. Former Purdue guy, so maybe somebody that might make Drew Brees happy if we drafted him, but I don't know if I want to draft him.
Coach, who would you like some more information on?
DT. Oh, I know somebody we could look at DT. Let's look at Cedric Ellis. Another guy that might be there at 10 for us.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
I'm okay trading out as long as I don't fall too far out of the first round. I'm okay trading down. Like, I don't mind trading down. Let's look at Matthew Forte, see how they grade him out in this game. 19 days till the draft. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the preseason in this live stream, and then I'm going to end it. And I'm going to try and figure out the
who would you
best
like to
way
bring in for an individual workout?
Episodes without editing. I don't like adjusting the time of game because it does do accelerated clock. But games do still take a little while, so I might have to see what I can do to help speed that process up. I might play around with that off camera. So if you don't see a head coach episode for a couple of days, it might be partially because I do have family coming in over the weekend. So I won't be able to jump in and do a couple of episodes of recording. In fact, this is my last free day until Monday, to be truthful. Actually, Monday afternoon. So I'm going to be kind of tied up with family and whatnot Thursday, Friday, and then probably over the weekend. Enough about my personal life anyway. You don't care about that. I think I'm going to try and look at some stuff in free time that I have while family's here and see what the best way to record episodes is, because that's the concern I have. I don't want episodes to be... I'm trying to keep it low, but we'll just have to see how it goes and see how it plays out as to whether or not how I'll do episodes from here on out. Because I would like to do a game an episode, but I don't want it to get too boring. So I might skip like the preseason. I might not record the preseason, or I might just record preseason week 4. I'll sit and figure something out, but regardless, there might not be a new episode of Head Coach coming out like the next day, like I have been doing with the Seattle franchise. I'm also going to take the weekend off on the Seattle franchise. I got stuff recorded to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I won't be recording. I'll try and jump back on it Monday, but I do have some errands I need to run because I'm going to be going back to work soon. The nice thing about all these recordings and content,
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
I have been off for the summer. I teach at a community college, so I haven't been really doing a whole lot over the summer. And I have a couple little side jobs here and there, but I mean, other than that, I don't do much over the summer except keep the house up and cook supper. So I basically become a house husband over the summer. But yeah, that'll change when August hits. I'll be working, during the days, but I'll try and keep content as up to date as I can.
I'm Adam Schefter, and this is another draft update. Individual workouts are wrapping up, and teams are starting to get a good idea of what their draft boards look like. Some of the teams in the top 5 brought in Arkansas's running back this week just to make sure he was everything they expected. Don't worry, he was. I'm told Oregon's quarterback was a popular player to work out too. Teams really wanted to find out if he's the real deal or just a flash in the pan. Well, that's all. The next time you see me, it'll be draft day.
Because you do get punished for drafting guys with low potential. Justin Keller, 72 potential. Wow, that would be a bust pick for me. Jerome Simpson, 86 potential. Okay, so if he's there in the second round, that'd be a good one. 75 potential. That is so depressing. He's a Hall of Famer. Okay, 89 potential. Okay, so Calais Campbell would be good. Patrick Lee, 86 potential, also would be good. So I've got some guys that I'm targeting that'll be solid pickups, I feel like. So I don't think we have any more. I'm pretty sure there's no more individual workouts. I think we're done with individual workouts. And I know I'm done with signing free agents, so that's out of the picture. So let's get to the draft board. Now, I will say, if you notice, I'm not doing, because this live stream is going almost, now we're in the 2-hour mark. I'm not doing a lot of things I probably would normally do, especially on camera. I'm not doing them, but I'm not adjusting my draft board any. I'm pretty much, whatever I have up here is what I have up here. But normally I would move guys around based upon what I think of the guys and how I feel about them. I'm not doing that because, especially in a live stream format, that would take forever. And I don't want this to be like an 8-hour marathon. It's already long enough, I feel like, at near 2 hours. There's the NFL schedule. I don't really care about the NFL schedule, but I couldn't look at it if I wanted to. No more free agents. I'm trying to make this an entertaining rewatch, and if anybody was tuned in at this point, kudos if you've been here for a while, but yeah, we're in it for the long haul here. So we're going to skip all this and get to the draft. And like I said, after the draft, I'll probably wind it to a stopping point for the live stream and figure out where we're going to go from there. Because I do want to show off maybe preseason week 1 about all the different things that you can do in Head Coach 09 that aren't available in Madden, that I haven't shown off in other videos I've used to talk about Madden. So there will be that coming out whenever I get the situation set up to where how I want to record things. But yeah, we're just kind of buzzing along here, trying to get there as fast as possible. And we also have to wait on the game to load because it is the PlayStation 3. New season goals. I should have looked at that. Hold on. I will look at that real quick. Season goals. What? Okay, we got that. No, we haven't got the tight end. Draft a player. Select a player with at least 85 potential in round 3 or lower. Select players with at least 85 potential in the first 2 rounds. So that's where those busts come into play. So we don't want to draft anybody that has lower than 85 potential, which could be a problem because I am looking at Derek Harvey, who's 84. But I could also maybe get Cedric Ellis, depending. Or I could drop back and just take some chances and take the chance on losing approval, which I might do, honestly, because I do think Derek Harvey might be a good, solid fit in our scheme. 84 overall is not a slouch, and versatility is one of his top 3, and that's what we need, is versatility in that setup. All right, excuse me. Trying to get to the draft. Team needs. What do we need still? We don't need tight end. We need wide. Yeah, we need wide receiver too. We're probably going to need to trade some picks, honestly, and get some. What's the team game plan? Draft. No. What, wide receiver 2? Yeah, if I can get those guys, that'd be nice. But I don't know if I'll get those guys. Dave Rayner, Josh Miller. Nope. Makota Freitas. Who the heck is that? Byron Leftwich. Free agency recap. We lost 13 in free agency. We gained 7. We have 16.6 million cap room and roster size of 46. Okay. So we're okay. We got 4 picks in this draft. That'll take us to 50. Okay, now, finally.
Next up on the calendar is the NFL Draft. All the hard work put in by every GM, coach, and scout comes to a head when teams get the opportunity to draft the best players from the college ranks. Every year, at least one player in the draft can turn around a franchise, so the pressure is intense for every team involved.
Oh, boy. It shows you team rankings of the team on the clock. And it flashes through, and it shows you nice little things about what's been going on with this team over the last year. So I like this because it does show you, at a glimpse, it kind of shows you what the team might be targeting, what they're doing. And the cool part about this in head coach is you can go in and pick the pick anytime before they make their selection.
All right, let's see if you can call this pick.
Go in and to get a little boost from your general manager, which is what I'm aiming for because I'm going to piss him off in a little while. I'm going to pick the pick, and I think they're going to stick just as they did in real life, and they're going to pick Jake Long. And what I can do is I can simulate the pick and see what happens. And I will say that the problem with doing this is it does get a little buggy. If you do simulate too much in the draft, it can cause some issues that can cause a save to kind of lock up. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this because I would hate to lose 2 hours of my life for this. Plus... But I'm going to take the chance because I need to get through this draft. So we're going to advance the pick. And they took Matt Ryan. So they did not take... They went quarterback. They went with the franchise quarterback in Matt Ryan. So in this universe, Miami takes Matt Ryan and not Jake Long. So now I'm going to look at...
What do you think they'll do here?
Or San Francisco. The Los Angeles... Well, no, they're not Los Angeles here. They're the St. Louis Rams. And I think they're going to take Vernon Golson because it tells you their team needs on the left. He is the best right outside linebacker on the board. I'm going to choose him. Do I get a bump? I get a bump because I guessed right. Did it bump me up? I didn't see a gain. Maybe I'm already happy with the general manager. If I am, then I'm not going to do this pick the pick anymore because all it does.
Who do you think they'll draft here?
You get a bump from the general manager. If you get it wrong, nothing happens. Man, what do you take here? I think they go Darren McFadden. You almost have to. Excuse me. Oh, they took Jake Long.
This kid out of Michigan has looked like an NFL lineman since his sophomore season. He's got great playing experience both on the left and the right side, but I think he'll be just fine playing left tackle in the NFL. Scouts love his height and his massive wingspan. He also has long arms and big hands. He shows elite awareness and pass protection, and he does a great job of picking up both blitzes and stunts. He has tremendous intangibles, and he's known as a leader on and off the field. The only concern I have with him is the injuries. He did miss some time with a foot injury in 2005, but since then, he's been on track, and I think he's going to be a superstar at the next level.
Through their spiel on certain players and let that screen freak out and go away, it does tend to help a little bit. So I'm trying to let that happen. So if you notice some delays between me advancing picks, that's why. Okay,
the Virginia defensive end has decent bulk and possesses good strength and first step quickness.
Lovely.
I've been impressed at how advanced he is for his age, as he displays a great rip and swim move, and he also has outstanding recognition skills. This team is getting a smart, instinctive kid who plays with an unbelievably high motor and has all the intangibles that you want. If there's one knock on him, it's going to be the speed. He doesn't have the elite burst as an outside edge rusher, so he won't blow by any offensive tackles in the NFL. But overall, he's a great prospect that could be in the Pro Bowl for years to come.
Are they going to go Dorsey? They'll probably go Dorsey here. Yeah, they'll go Dorsey. Because that's who they took in real life was Glenn Dorsey. He ended up not being much. Ooh, there's a shocker. They actually skip on who they took in real life at pick 15, which I can't remember the guy's name, Brandon Flowers, and they took Ryan Clady right there. Oof, that's interesting. And McFadden's still on the board, isn't he? Mock draft, McFadden's still on the board. McFadden has not left the arena yet. Wow, okay. Right? Because he hadn't gotten picked yet. He goes here.
All right, let's see if you can call this one.
I feel like he goes here. I'll pick McFadden just because. They might go Flacco, but I feel like they'll go McFadden because they need playmakers. They went Flacco. Okay, they went Flacco. Glenn Dorsey still on the board at 7. Oh, I can't afford to trade up, though. I would love Glenn Dorsey. That's a versatile guy right there. Glenn Dorsey. I think Glenn Dorsey goes here, though. No, they might take McFadden because McFadden's still out there. Yeah, they take McFadden. Man, the Patriots get McFadden. That's ridiculous. They took corner. Okay, they took Legotis McKelvin corner, which I think is who they were projected to take. Now, who do Baltimore take? Because Flacco's off the board. That's who they took in real life. I feel like they're going to take defense. They're going to take Cedric Ellis, aren't they? Oh, that's right, Glenn Dorsey.
Fans in Baton Rouge are going to be sad to see this defensive tackle go, as he has been a dominant force for LSU the past few seasons. The biggest positive with this kid is his ability to penetrate the line of scrimmage. He fires off the snap, he gets in the backfield, and he causes disruption at all times. He also has a tremendous motor, and his instincts are elite for a rookie tackle. If there's one thing to be concerned, though, watch out for his knee. He sprained it on a questionable play versus Auburn, and he has had to wear a brace ever since. He looked a lot stronger during the bowl game. As long as this knee doesn't come back to haunt him, I think that he's going to be a Pro Bowl player in the NFL.
Again, letting McShay so quick. I'm letting him do his thing. So, okay, he's done. Oh, my gosh. Darren McFadden's there. I'm going to turn down my suggestion to Darren McFadden because I don't need him. I don't need him. And
they'd like to trade for our pick.
My guy mad, but I got to trade down. I got to look and see who's available for trade down. And again, I'm on the clock, 2 minutes. I want to pick in this draft. I do not want next year pick. So you're gonna have to let me request a specific package. Do you have a first round pick this year? You don't have a first round pick this year. Never mind. Increase your offer then. Okay, still not good enough. This team's got the 16th, which actually is not a bad pick. I actually dig that. Can I get more out of it, though? Because I would like more. Can I get... Yeah, I want some... Can I get... Let's do this. 5th and the 7th and the 16th overall. Okay, well, I'm gonna... That's what I want. If you want this pick and you want to move up, that's what it's going to cost. So I'm demanding this pick from them, and it's going to take all my time to do it, which kind of sucks. Nope. Tell this team to increase their offer. Okay, they have left now. Okay, the Rams I don't want to deal with. Okay, This is another team that's going to move up. I know they're going to move up, and they got stuff to burn. They got to burn a hole in their pocket. 22nd overall, a 3rd, and a 5th. Nope. Yeah, that's what I want. 3rd and a 5th. You got to pay me 22nd, 3rd, and a 5th. Nope. 22nd, 3rd, and a 5th. Increase your offer. That's what I want. That's what I want right there. That's the deal. Move back 12 spots. I get a 3rd, so I got 2 3rds, and I get a 5th round back. So I get some depth here. We're going to accept this offer and bounce back to 22. Because I don't need Derek McFadden. I fall back a little bit. I'm going to miss out on some of these top-end defensive prospects like Derek Harvey and some other guys. But they're going to take McFadden at 10. Because in real life, they took Felix Jones at 22. Because they wanted McFadden so bad. So in this universe, Jerry Jones gets his guy and gets McFadden because there it is right there. Boom.
This back is the most talented player in this year's class, and he will be the Rookie of the Year next year, barring injury.
And now we're gonna let
I know NFL fans are excited about Adrian Peterson's rookie year, but this kid might be even better than Peterson. He has a bigger burst in the open field, and he's impossible to slow down once he gets going.
So they had the Browns
on top of all that, he can throw the ball too. Arkansas would line up in the wild hog formation this year, and he'd run or pass the ball. His ability to catch, run, return, and play some quarterback on trick plays makes him the highest-rated player in this class and a great pick here.
I don't feel like there's anybody I'd want to move up for. Like, what's on the board here? Let's look at the board here while we take some time. There's not really anybody that jumps out at me as somebody I gotta go get. I mean, Derek Harvey's nice, but he's also technically considered a bust by my general manager, but I'd still draft him. I'd like Gerard Mayo, but he's going to go pretty soon too. He's going to go before 22. All right, let's go. Buffalo, who do you take? They took Derek Harvey. Okay, smart play. They're going to take an offensive line. They're going to take probably Chris Williams, I think, is available. Yeah, Chris Williams. Carolina. What does Carolina need? Carolina need, okay, right outside linebacker. Who's on the board at right outside linebacker? Oh, they're taking Keith Rivers. That's a no-brainer. Keith Rivers. Boom, done. All right.
USC's linebacking core will take a huge hit now that the senior's gone. Here. He entered the draft as my highest-rated linebacker, and while it seems like he's been a little bit overlooked, NFL scouts know exactly how good he can be at the next level. He's a little bit undersized, but he makes up for it with great speed and excellent hand usage. He gets off of blocks, and he flies all over the field. You have to love this guy's motor when you watch him on film. I mean, I've never seen this kid give up on a play, ever. I may be going out on a limb here, but I think he has the potential to be just as good as Derek Brooks 3 or 4 years down the road.
I can go pick the pig. That'd be easy.
So who do you think they'll get now?
Strong safety, halfback, quarterback. Do they take Felix Jones here? Who's a strong safety on the board? Oh, well, no, they wouldn't take him this early. They're going to take... I feel like they're going to take offensive line here. They almost got to for value. They took Rashard Mendenhall. Oh, my gosh. What a terrible pick. Oh, what a terrible pick. Strong safety, right guard. There is some right guard. They take Brendan Albert. Brendan Albert goes here. They took Dustin Keller? Wow. Wow. Cardinals up at 16. They tried to deal with me at 10 and wouldn't play ball. Who do they go get? Who do they need? They took Rashard Mendenhall in the real-life draft. Rashard is already gone. So, who do they take here? They take offensive line, surely. Gosder Cherilus, Brendan Albert, who the Chiefs took in real life. Dwayne Brown. One of these three has got to go to... One of those top three have got to go to Arizona here. They took Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Okay, Brendan Albert goes here. Brendan Albert goes here, right? They took Jeff Otah. Man, offensive line is flying off the board, but there's some value falling to me at 22. I don't know what Tennessee. I don't know what Tennessee. What Houston needs. I don't know what Houston needs. No clue. They took Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo fell to 18. Oh, son of a bitch. I could have jumped up and got him. Oh, that sucks. I have no idea what Philly needs at this point in 2008. They took Brendan Albert. That's a good pick. I mean, he fell a good bit. My nemesis, the Buccaneers. Hopefully they screw their pick up. They need a cornerback, a D tackle. Who are they going to take a D tackle? They took Mike Jenkins. I almost said Malcolm Jenkins, but it's Mike Jenkins. The Washington no longer existence. So this game is so old, we have teams that don't exist anymore. They're the Washington football team now. The Washington football team will select who? They want to.
They're trying to trade down.
I'll get in this. I'll talk turkey for one spot up. That's expensive as hell. Nah, man, moving up one spot? Nah, you can talk with somebody else because, Jesus. Not giving up a future first and third, and that's ridiculous. Move up one spot? But, New England took the spot. You're going to take a defensive player, aren't you? You took corner earlier. Oh, you took Chris Johnson. And Gosner Chairless falls to me, a guy I have no need for. So, again, I could trade back.
They're looking to trade up.
What's here? Let's see what's here first. Felix Jones I don't need. Aqib Talib would be nice, but I'm not sure what his overall is. Nobody else. I don't need tackle. D tackle's too early to take. Brandon Flowers I still feel too early on. I mean, I could reach and take Merling, but that would be a reach. Or I could see what trade offers are there. See what trade offers are there, and that gives us some time to look. So let's see. Second round, 33rd pick. And okay, so nobody. Well, that's actually a pretty good deal. I trade way back, though. My first pick will be at 40, but I get a third, a second, and next year's fifth. Let's see if I can get a little bit better here first. I don't mind Seattle's offer, but I'd like to see if I can maximize. That's what I want, though. I want a second. I want a third. Wait, where was it? Second. Was it that far down? I didn't think it was that far down. I better hurry. Second, fifth, and sixth. No, was that what it was? It wasn't what that was. Yeah, it was what it was. Second, fifth, and sixth. Right here. Okay, fine. Increase your offer. Second and seventh. Okay, increase your offer. Second, a third, and a seventh next year. Second, a third, and a seventh this year. Second, a third, and a seventh this year does it. If you take it, it does it. Nope. If you take it, it does it. All you gotta do is say yes, and it's a done deal. Nope. All you gotta say is yes, and it's a done deal, or I'm gonna go talk to somebody else. Nope. Okay, you're out. Oh my God, the Patriots? Seriously? Second, third, and a sixth. But it's the 62nd overall pick. 55. I'll take this. I'm taking this. I'm taking it. It moves me back a good bit. I'm out of the first round now. But it gives me more picks, more ammo in the back end of the draft, and I like this draft. This draft is pretty deep. So, where are my draft picks at now? Let me just see where I've got picks at now. I got 2 seconds, I got 3/3, a fifth, and a sixth. Okay, so now I'm loaded for bear, and I pick at pick 40. So let's just go through this. Felix Jones goes to Seattle.
Arkansas's second running back in this class isn't as dynamic as his teammate, but he's still a great NFL prospect. The thing that I love about this kid is his top-end speed, which allows him to run away from defenders. He's elusive in the open field, he has very good vision, and he does a great job of bouncing inside runs to the outside. While he had to share the spotlight at times with other backs, this kid has held his own when his number was called. Plus, his value goes beyond just the running back position. He can return kicks, and he does a very good job of catching the ball in the open field.
Hurry up, buddy.
I have a feeling these two backs could be reunited in Hawaii a couple years from now.
The Patriots offered me a killer deal, but I would drop so far back in round 2, it was ridiculous. All right, Aqib Talib goes to the Steelers. Lawrence Jackson goes to the Titans. The Seahawks take John Carlson, who I believe they took in real life, I want to say. Antoine Cason goes to Jacksonville. Gosder Chairless goes to San Diego. That's a good pick. Offensive line. That's nice. Kentwan Balmer goes to Dallas at pick 28. Philip Merling goes to San Francisco at pick 29. That's actually not the guy I wanted. Sam Baker goes to Green Bay, pick 30. Pick 31 is Jonathan Stewart to the Giants. And the last pick in round 1, Kenny Phillips to the Miami Dolphins. And this is before we did round 1 by itself. So, here we go. Let's see. Boom. Tracy Porter goes round 2? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Before Brandon Flowers. All right, whatever. Brandon Flowers goes next to Atlanta. Tyrell Johnson goes to Kansas City. Jason Jones goes to the Jets. Ooh, come on now. Trade
the Falcons are trying to move down.
Oh, the Bucks got up there? Oh, crap. Trevor Laws goes. Okay. Where are my picks at again? Draft picks. Let me look here. I gotta look at this. 40 and 55. Where's my draft board at? I got some time while they're picking. Jerome Simpson is scouted 100%. He was at 86 overall. Do I take him at pick 40 and hope Calais Campbell falls to 55? I don't think that happens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I pick one, I'll lose the other one. That sucks. But I could get Patrick Lee. So basically, do I take the wide receiver now and lose out on a stud defensive lineman if he doesn't get picked in the next 2 picks? So I guess it depends on whether or not I actually get to the chance to. But yeah, we'll go ahead and they want to trade.
They're interested in trading down.
No, it's too expensive to trade. Kansas City moves up. And they take Quentin Groves. Oh, my God. They took Quentin Groves. Okay. Whew. Who does San Francisco take? They took Fred Davis. We want Devin Thomas? No, we do not want Devin Thomas. Shut up. Select player. Oh, man. I feel like Jerome Simpson will fall. I don't feel like Calais Campbell will. Like, I don't feel like... I'm nervous about him missing out on him, and I really like Calais Campbell in this defense, especially considering he's 6'7", 290, so he can play inside or outside. Perfect for that hybrid defense. I will take my chances. I'm taking Calais Campbell here, and I got some approval back. But I'm missing out on Jerome Simpson unless he falls. If he falls, then that's awesome. If he doesn't, then it is what it is. Devin Thomas goes to Buffalo. So now it's just a prey game now. Trade negotiations for the 42nd. I don't want to trade. The Colts move up. The Colts take Dwayne Brown. Carolina wants to negotiate. Nope, don't want to negotiate. The Bucks. Man, the Bucks are moving up. Who's that? Is that James Hardy? Okay. Let's see. 44. I got picks to go. So at this point, I probably won't get who I want. Donnie Avery goes. A lot of wide receivers going off the board here. Is that Chad Lofton or Chris? No, it's not Chad Lofton. Curtis Lofton. I'm sorry. That's the former Falcon. That's Falcon in real life. Kendall Langford goes to Cincinnati. Jerome Simpson went to Minnesota. Okay, that's okay. I kind of anticipated I wouldn't get a chance at him. I was hoping he'd get a little bit closer, like I'd at least get on the board before it actually happened. Titans move up, and wow, they have picks 48. Jesus, they have 3 picks in the second round. My goodness gracious. Eddie Royal goes. I don't want the 50th overall pick. I don't want to give up a ton. You guys are giving up some serious capital. My goodness. Uh-oh, I think I bugged out because the general manager's still there. That's not good. Matt Forte. Oh, Patrick Lee went. Son of a biscuit. That was the guy I was hoping would fall to me there. Crap. Lima Swede goes. Deshaun Jackson goes. So I don't even get the good D. Jackson. I get the crap leftover D. Jackson. Oh, man. What's on the board here? What's on the board? Kevin Smith, Charles Godfrey, Ray Rice, Martellus Bennett. Yeah, I bugged it out. When the general manager gets stuck up there, that usually means a bug happened. So Terrence Wheatley. No, I don't want this guy either. I know I don't want this guy. Dexter Jackson. NFL comparison, Devin Hester. Speed, return ability, vision. And I don't know anything other than his combine workouts. No, I'm not taking that. Brian Brom, Kevin Smith, Charles Godfrey, Ray Rice I know a little bit about. I also know he's a troublemaker later on. What about wide receivers? What wide receiver after Earl Bennett? I could draft Early Doucette. I feel like that's a reach though. I feel like that's a reach. It is a big reach. I feel like I could get him in round 3, and I will take a chance in round 3. Let me go all. Oh, Martellus Bennett. I could use the tight end depth. Corner, Charles Godfrey, Jonathan Wade. Who the hell is Jonathan Wade? 5'11", 197. Agility, speed, and no positives. Play recognition, learning, pass rush moves. Got good speed. Kevin Smith was a solid running back for a while in the NFL. Terrence Wheatley, no. Kevin Smith, no. We'll take Martellus Bennett. I don't need another running back, so let's take somebody we need. Okay, good. So they like that. Good deal. Brian Brom goes to Green Bay, which is where he actually went in real life. Hey, McShay. Okay, good. I finally snapped the general manager out. Maybe that'll help if I let him talk his way through. The problem is whenever you have lots of teams trading up and down, the general manager pops up every single time asking if you want to actually work with this player or work with this team. And if you skip too many of those, he'll get locked in there. And when he gets locked in, typically that means your game's about to lock up, which I've had happen before, and it's very frustrating. So what I'll probably do during the live stream, is I will basically save the game, exit out, go back in, and plow through the rest of the draft. And I'm going to plow through it a lot faster. I'm basically going to probably just do this advanced draft to user picks, and we'll skip who goes where. The first 2 rounds I kind of want to look at just a little bit. Or actually, do I want to look at anything now? Because I'm done with picks, right? Yeah, I'm done. This is the end of my day. Let's just advance draft to next draft round. Yeah, because it goes to 3rd round. I don't really care about any of these guys now. Jordan Dezon, Charles Godfrey, Malcolm Kelly, Dexter Jackson, Dan Connor, and somebody else. Oh no, I skipped day 2. You dummy. Oh no, that sucks. I hit the wrong button. I should have just paused and stopped it, and I may have actually locked it up. Actually, there we go. Okay, so didn't upgrade tight end. Okay, who did we end up drafting with the computer? Because the computer probably sucked. Oh, did I just lock it up? Come on now. Come on, head coach. Work with me. Oh, no. Remember that lockup I talked about? That might have just happened. Oh, man. Yep, I think that happened. Well, so that's a terrible way to end the live stream. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here on a very dour note as we're locked up here because I can't do anything. So I'm going to stop the live stream here. What I'm going to do off screen is I'm going to recreate the entirety of that off season I'm going to do everything the way I did it before. Everything down to a T. So that way, except for skipping the draft day 2. I'm actually going to draft day 2 off camera, save it, and that way we can get to here and be right where we need to be. So sorry that it ended on a dour note. I was worried that was going to happen. That's one of the bugs of head coach, and that was something I knew was going to happen. If I should have just paused and saved it and exited out and come back in, that usually fixes it. But as you can see, this isn't fixable. So I'll do all that off screen, and I'll also play around with some stuff as far as getting to a point where I can figure out how things will work and operate going forward with this head coach series. Appreciate if you tuned in and watched this, or if you're watching it after the fact, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Grown Folks, like, comment, whatever. I guess this is going to be a lame way to end a live stream. But until next time, guys, catch you later.